One of the effects that I've seen very common in like modern or fancy websites is this magnetic effect where it tries to like follow your mouse and then goes back to its own location when it goes like very further. You could see it's kind of like, hey, click me, or like it tries to gain attention. This is also going to be a very fast video because it's very easy to do and very quick to customize. One another thing is, if you go to my website and click browse design, you will find all of these designs that I've made. It's basically a collection of the products that I've made. So you could see there are products, but instead of manually going in each one of them, I decided to add a page like this where you could basically just test all the effects that are available on my website. Not all of them, like 80 to 90% are available in here. I'll try to update more, but not all of them would be possible to add in here like this. So again, you could go and check, and maybe if you like something, you could check the product or check the post. On the post, there are videos which you could follow and add it to your Elementor projects like this. And you could see, and that way you don't need to go in each product and then find it. So that's one more thing. Let's quickly get started. So I have my own container in here, and with this one, I'll show how to use it in like different fashions. Okay, so first one is using a button. So let's add a button, and maybe let's just style it. So I just added a quick button, just styled it like very basic like this. And what we need to do is we need to go in here, go to HTML widget like this, and make sure the HTML widget is hidden so it takes no space. It's up to you, but again, you'd see it moved text above because of the gap. So if you make it hidden, the live page, it would look like this. Then I will link this page on my description, which you could just scroll down. And one more thing is, I actually got the code like a reference on this page on CodePen, which look pretty cool like this. It's made by Eva Theory, but it's a bit different, and the way I've made it, I've just used like his code as a reference and made it. And if you go down, you'll find the code and just copy this, and you could say it's a bit bigger, but that's because I've made it so that it works in multiple elements. And just go in here and copy and paste it. Once you've done it, it still would not work because you need to go back to the blog page and look for this text. So there's bold text called DMMagnetic item. This is a CSS class which needs to be pulled, and I'll explain what this is, but for now let's just keep it like this and give it our CSS class. And it would not work in here, so make sure to go into live page, and you could see it's starting to work already, and you could see the text in center is already also moving. So it's up to you whether you want to have this text moving like this or not, and I'll explain how to customize it. But before that, let's try adding it to the different sections too. So let's try adding it to a container. Technically, it should also work with the new atomic elements. And we'll do the same thing. We'll get the DMMagnetic item and basically give it the same CSS class. Let's do publish and see how this goes. And you could see this is also starting to work nicely, and both of them are able to follow us. Now, what if I added text in here? Okay, let's make it in center. Let's make this in center. I'm just doing basic styling, okay, which is why I'm just moving forward quickly. These are like basic Elementor styling. Now this text, I also want it to have like, say, this type of effect where the text is a bit more, you know, like not moving separately. So for that, you need to go and basically copy this much. I think this is like very case by case if this will work or not, because this CSS class is automatically added by Elementor to the button text like this. And at start, I did make it for the buttons only, but if you do and give it to the text in here, it needs to be direct child. Okay, I think it cannot have inner element like this. I don't remember the code. I'll have to check it, but I think it should still work. Yeah, you could see the text is moving a bit separately like this. But the only thing that I'm worried is if this will create any styling issues, because till now it's working perfectly. I don't see any issues. But because this CSS class, like the Elementor button text is automatically added by the button to this text. So seems like it's not causing any issues. I also tested before, but in case it does cause an issue, then it would not work directly, and for that a slight change would require in the code. I'll explain that up in a bit. So how about we customize it and understand how we can customize it basically. So I'm going to copy the code in here to explain to you guys so it's easy to see. So the first thing, we have a transform with 0.4 seconds of cubic bezier, which is like a animation easing, and this is 0.4 seconds, which is what you're going to be more worried about. And this whole cubic bezier I literally got from that code pen because it worked nicely, so I just used his same easing. Let's say if I turn this to 0.1, and if I check in the live page, you could see that it's now very fast. You could see, so the 0.4 works nicely, so let's keep that way. And it's basically how quickly it reaches to your mouse or wherever your cursor location is. Then we have magnetic strength, which is 0.4. So let's go and basically turn this to, let's say, 0.8 or 0.7. Let's do refresh, and you could see it's now able to pull a bit more further like this. It's lots strength basically. There's more strength right now. So again, it's up to you how much you want. Then we have a radius, which is basically a radius around our element. So if I turn this to, let's say, 100, I turn this radius to 100, it would now stick to your cursor a bit more further from the element's boundaries. So you could see it's now able to pull me like from this much further. You could see it's now much more further. So let's keep it 40, or what was it, 50, like this. Let's see what else can we do. This one doesn't matter, this one doesn't matter. This is where it is constant button text, which is Elementor button text. So this one is automatically added by Elementor to this button, and you can even check here like this, Elementor button text. You could see. So that's what I did. I basically check if in our element is there a button text, and if there is, we basically make the text move separately like this. If you are not using for, let's say, a button, and maybe you want to use some for different text, and you actually don't want to give it like same CSS class as this one, you could change it to something else that you like. Okay, and then make sure this element also has that same CSS class. If you go down, you could see there are two effects. So first one is for the magnetic item, and then there is a button one, and button one is actually multiplied by 0.4. So what this means is that you could even see that the button moves a bit more like this, right? So if you turn this 0.4 and 0.4 to, let's say, 0, let's go down and let's do 0. Okay, let's do publish. And there's better way to do it, but I think this is a good way if you're like especially not used to like codes and all. And this would basically make it follow your cursor like a same one thing, like a same stuff. It's not actually moving separately. It's trying to move separately, but because we have given it 0, it's not doing or moving it separately. And obviously you could reduce it, and that way the text effect is also reduced. Okay, so if you reduce it to, let's say, 0.1, 0.2, then it will also be moving separately, but it would not have that much difference. And yeah, that's all for this video. There isn't much to do, and pretty quick video, and I hope this helped. Again, check out this guy's code pen, which you could actually get the link from this one around here, and you could follow the code pen of this guys too. And yeah, that's all. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.